Aftermath. Okay, so here's what has happened with Kanye West so far. Aftermath of Kanye West's anti-Semitic comments. Adidas has recently cut ties. Balenciaga cut ties with him. Vogue and Anna Wintour have cut ties and dropped Kanye West. Dropped by his talent agency CAA. Dropped by the Camila Vasquez, the Johnny Depp lawyer, after being hired, or after hiring the Johnny Depp lawyer for like about 2 days. Okay. The Donda My Pillow collaboration going to be wild. Stream sales and airplay is plummeted, restricted from Instagram and Twitter. Stadium shows have been canceled, and his documentary has been shelved. And of course, this was going to happen, obviously. As usual, Austin Ox with a banger. Oh, yeah, here.
The thing about it.
This was actually really interesting when you think about it. I mean, why was he so fucking cocky about this? On Drink Champs, he said these words, and I thought it was really strange that he said these words.
Adidas is like, I could literally say anti-Semitic shit and they can't drop me. I could say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me. Now what? Now what? The thing about...
Yeah. The problem is now he's going to use it as proof he's being silenced because he's onto something. Brother, it's quickly getting to a point where, you know, you just got to not give this guy a larger platform. It's very quickly getting to that point. Okay? Because people gave him an out. People gave him an out so much. People were like, come on, dude, what do you actually mean by this? Come on, explain your commentary. Come on, be normal. Come on, be normal. You know what I mean? And he got so many outs, and he was like consistently going crazy. Every time someone lend him a helping hand, anytime somebody gave him a helping hand, he just fucking slapped it away. I mean, the Lex Friedman conversation is like pretty informative. It's pretty instructive on the way that he operates. Where you got a dude who's like offering him light pushback, you know what I mean? On the anti-Semitic stuff, especially as a Jew himself, right? And it's basically like, dude, you got to stop this. You got to stop this. And he just, even on the lightest pushback, he just goes fucking bananas. He just goes crazy. Like he basically, to his face, said, to Lex Friedman's face, said like, you're a Jew and I don't trust you. Also, this is a, can't believe I'm saying this, but this is a fucking absolute banger of a take from Adam22. Kanye spent 20 years building one of the biggest empires in music and fashion and threw it all away because he wanted to repeat Candice Owens' talking points on TV. Pretty amazing how many people responded to this. Just tell me I'm white and don't bother to make any other point. And yes, I do love the Jews, and I don't care for people dehumanizing them, shockingly. People are like, you must have donated to BLM, lol. No, like, it's true. It's true. He literally was just like, nah, actually, I'm just going to do everything I can to ruin.
Go on that.
Yeah, this was a wild moment from that episode we watched
because
yesterday.
When you say Jewish, can I just linger on this? Because when you say Jewish media, there's a echo of a pain that people feel that reminds
you're saying it's redundant, right?
No.
No.
Can I just?
He really thought he was gonna get some positive feedback here. Okay. Like, oh, it's redundant. Jewish media, just say media, right? Like, lol. My boss just recommended Lex Freedom's podcast to my work team during our meeting on productivity. Fuck. Watching Kanye lose everything fills me with a shameful and sad sense of relief. He really hit him with the Jewish media is redundant, just like ATM machine, right? Yeah, no, I know. Dude, stop posting this, AZT Lannian. I'm not going to look at your fucking freak tweet. The Kanye pushed Lex Friedman to a wall tweet, okay? I'm not going to click on it. Andrew Schultz on his Azan arc, fucking great names.
Commented on the Kanye thing because they were upset. I just want to let you know that I was wrong for not telling your mother to suck my dick from the back.
Fucking go.
I'm not telling your mother. No, I mean this. All you fucking Monster Energy gym bros. Your mother and her rickety varicose vein knees. I want her on her knees sucking my dick from the back where her...
It's messed up. Can't believe he just bit my shtick like that. That's fucked up, dude. I'm the one who's getting his cock sucked by everyone's moms. That's fucking bullshit. Even Kanye's audio... Even Kanye's audio engineer since 2003, Mike Dean, responded to Adam 22 and said, "Amen." Pete Davidson's cock will be remembered as a legendary penis for centuries to come. One cock, dude, ruined everything. Like, we joked about. Here's the thing: we joked about, Kanye West on his divorced dad arc and shit, but like, it's crazy. It's crazy how this unfolded in front of our eyes in the way that it did, okay? And it is a perfect example of what happens when you get fucking radicalized, especially when you're weak. Especially when you're weak and vulnerable. You said evil cunt. Candice Owens believes she has grounds to sue the family of George Floyd. Mike Dean, evil cunt. It's just, I mean, that's disgusting. And Candice Owens is a ridiculous provocateur. And I think that, like, Ben Shapiro, if I was Ben Shapiro right now, if I was Ben Shapiro right now, I'd be real worried about fucking, letting Candice Owens go off like the way that she has. Pete should go off and say Kim said I tasted good and tag Kanye. Dude, are you crazy? You want mass shootings to happen? What the fuck do you mean? Pete Davidson does not deserve to be harassed, right? Pete Davidson does not deserve to be harassed, certainly. And he's gotten a lot of it, but he shouldn't be agitating anyway. Getting to the point where it's going to be harder to defend Candice. I mean, okay, let's talk about the Adidas termination of Ye amid the anti-Semitic comments.
Backlash against Kanye West after his repeated anti-Semitic remarks. His talent agency has dropped him. A documentary about him has been shelved. And this morning, his biggest corporate sponsor, Adidas, terminated their partnership. Reshef here with the story. Good morning, Ariel.
Good morning to you guys. To put this fear and anguish over Ye's anti-Semitic comments into some perspective, he has more than 18 million followers on Instagram alone. The entire Jewish population worldwide, just 15 million. And as anti-Semitism surges to unprecedented levels, Ye's hate speech combined with his massive platform has stoked alarm. His comments now driving away his biggest partner.
It is crazy. Like, it is... Like, all the shit that people say about, like, oh, don't talk about this, you're going to make it anti-Semitic, all the defenses that people have used in the past unjustifiably towards, like, criticisms of Israel and whatever, like, it's real now, okay? Criticizing Israel creates anti-Semitism shit. I'm going to fucking argue with you on that, okay? I'm not there with you on that one. But this is very real, okay? One of the most beloved artists, one of the most popular artists running on every fucking massive platform. and spreading some of the most unhinged anti-Semitic takes is wild. And all he had to do was just have one dude in his circle check him, okay? All he needed was to just stay the fuck away from Candace Owens. Like, literally, Kanye West, if he never met Candace Owens, and then it's like the fucking meme of the future. You know what I mean? The positive future meme. And, of course, Candace Owens herself is using the identity politics shield once again. Some of you guys must have forgot. I am black. I will not be silenced. I will not be threatened, least of all for something I did not do or say. Stop threatening other black artists and commentators. Corporations get disassociated from Ye, but they will not steal from him. It's wild to consider that, like, Kanye West is constantly on his, like, paranoid shit, talking about how Jewish media is doing mind control to him. Meanwhile, there is one motherfucker who's doing mind control to him, and it's Candace Owens. Like, he's repeating Candace Owens' lines bar for bar, verbatim. And he just cannot comprehend it. And now, you know, coming to bite him in the ass.
This morning, Adidas dropping the rapper formerly known as Kanye West and his billion-dollar Yeezy brand following mounting outrage over his anti-Semitic tropes and tirades. The sneaker behemoth putting out a statement writing, Adidas does not tolerate anti-Semitism and any other sort of hate speech. Ye's recent comments and actions have been unacceptable, hateful, and dangerous, and they violate the company's values of diversity and inclusion, mutual respect, and fairness. The company had been silent about their relationship with Ye since he made these remarks in a now deleted clip from the Drink Champs podcast.
I could say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me. Now what? Now what?
I mean, he got owned pretty hard there. Let's be real. Company started by Nazis is like, nah, too divisive. Okay, bro, you're talking about German companies like, okay, Germany in the lead up to World War II, Nazis, okay? Not great. Germany now, modern Germany, literally, like, they will lock you in prison for even saying anything that can be interpreted as, like, pro-Nazi, okay? So, no, the real shocking part about this was that Adidas had not dropped them already, despite being a fucking German company. I don't know why you guys actually keep saying, like, oh, Adidas was created by Nazis or whatever. I don't know if you, like, saw it on a fucking Twitter thread or something. Yeah, Kanye West would be in jail if he said those things in Germany, which is why I'm shocked that Adidas didn't drop him before. But I guess the profits were too sweet, so they were just seeing, like, you know, how long can we get away with this? But to be fair, like, them being German means that they were inevitably going to drop him no matter what.
Fashion house Balenciaga and Ye's own agency CAA dropping the hip-hop star after he recently tweeted he'd go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people amid other offensive remarks. Authorities warning Ye's anti-Semitic rhetoric has been a rallying cry for extremists. These signs of hate appearing over a crowded highway in Los Angeles Sunday, saying Kanye is right about the Jews. And the LAPD now investigating anti-Semitic pamphlets dropped in a Los Angeles neighborhood. It comes as the U.S. sees an alarming surge in anti-Semitism, which reached an all-time high in 2021. More than 2,700 cases of assault, harassment, and vandalism, up 34% from 2020.
It's dangerous at a time when the danger level is already high. In an environment where Jews already feel vulnerable, the fact that Kanye is knowingly and intentionally increasing that sense of vulnerability, inflaming tension.
Yeah, I wouldn't say all-time high. Yes, that is, you know, there was definitely other eras where anti-Semitism was at an all-time high. It's an all-time high for contemporary society, I think. Just definitely other moments. But hey, you know, I get what they're saying.
Terrifying to many. It's a danger to public safety.
An online petition demanding Adidas drop Ye, generating more than 160,000 signatures, and celebrities taking a stand. This statement, shared by Amy Schumer and Jessica Seinfeld, liked more than 490,000 times on Instagram.
Dude, I love when I love when people write shit like that. I support my Jewish friends and the Jewish people. Brave. Thank you. And then, like, they post the fucking amount of likes it got and shit. It's like, wow. I mean, this is literally just a black square, okay? It's just nothing. What the fuck? Anyway, whatever.
Instagram. Ye's ex-wife Kim Kardashian, with whom he has 4 children, also posting, "Hate speech is never okay or excusable. I stand together with the Jewish community and call on the terrible violence and hateful rhetoric towards them to come to an immediate end."
And Adidas now joins a host of other companies withdrawing partnerships with Ye. A documentary about the billionaire by MRC also scrapped, the producers saying in a lengthy statement, "We cannot support any content that amplifies his platform." And to those who are afraid to use their voice, hopefully this encourages you to do so.
So MRC also had some unhinged takes, apparently. Like, where does anyone have the full take? Like, they were saying some wild shit. I don't know what it was. I didn't really read it. I just heard that it was like wild. Does anyone have the link? Also, Gap is removing Kanye's Yeezy Gap collaboration from stores. Products have been spotted on clearance. Flushed face. That's crazy. Rap TV, still the GOAT. Absolutely goated. Just the best, okay? They're so good. They're so good at posting. I don't even know what that... Oh, here it is. Hollywood financier, producer MRC says it won't proceed with the Kanye West documentary. Okay, so here's what they said. This morning, after discussion with our filmmakers and distribution partners, we made the decision not to proceed with any distribution of our recently completed documentary about Kanye West, which is crazy. Like, what the fuck? You made it already? I kind of want to see it. Sorry. Just make it and then address the remarks and shit. We cannot support any content that amplifies his platform. Kanye is a producer and sampler of music. Last week, he sampled and remixed a classic tune that has charted over for 3,000 years. What? Liberalism genuinely is like deranged, dude. It's just... Kanye is a producer and sampler of music. Last week, he sampled and remixed a classic tune that has charted for over 3,000 years. The lie that Jews are evil and conspire to control the world for their own gain. Why? This is a serious matter. Why are you undermining the severity of the matter by trying to make a fucking remix metaphor? You are diluting the fucking argument that you are putting out there by being like, he made a rap. He rapped his last bar on the MRC platform. I'll tell you that. This song was performed a cappella in the time of the pharaohs, Babylon, and Rome. When acoustic with the Spanish Inquisition and Russia's Pale of Settlement, and Hitler took the song electric. Stop! What are you saying? Do you hear the words that are... Yo, someone type this shit, dude. Yo, why did they release this? You said Hitler took the song Electric. It's cringe, but it's not that bad. It's so cringe. It is nuclear grade cringe. It sounds like a Felix Biederman tweet, not derogatory. Yeah, it does. It does sound like Felix wrote this as a joke. Lies are an important part of all discrimination, and this one is no different. When well crafted, they create the illusion that the action is just that the bigot is punching up at the victim. It's critical to anti-Semites who must explain why they are attacking a people that comprise less than half of 1% of the world's population. Not a fair fight, numbers-wise. But if the Jews are ultra-powerful because of secret evil plots, well, the argument is it must be fair and okay. Okay, that part is not as bad, I think. Like, they're just trying to fucking describe. They're literally just trying to describe why it is hard to tackle like anti-Semitism, like anti-Semitic accusations and shit. I guess. I mean, it's still terrible. Just cut the fat, man. Trim the fucking fat. I don't know what's going on here. Just openly state what is happening. The silence from leaders and corporations when it comes to Kanye or anti-Semitism in general, dismaying but not surprising. What is new and sad is the fear Jews have about speaking out in their own defense. Then it wouldn't get clicks? I mean, dude. It's annoying all these companies that keep forgetting to mention the anti-black stuff he said too, shaking my head. Yeah, that's another, because anti-blackness is rooted within, the American foundation. That's what it is. They just don't care. Like that is something that I noticed as well and have been criticizing a lot. That like most people are just not even talking about how fucking anti-black he's been. But also because he's black. You know what I mean? That there are two reasons for it. One, because he's black. Two, he has, he has a history of doing positive things in the black community as well, obviously. And it's a horrible look to talk about how anti-black a black man is. Just look at Candice. I mean, it's true. Candice Owens did not make Graduation, and you still got motherfuckers on Twitter yelling at me whenever I make fun of her. So not everyone's gonna wanna address that, especially if they themselves are not black. That's just asking corporations to get into black people business at the end of the day. Obviously, they would never, but mostly everyone collectively understands how anti-Semitic comments are bad. Yeah. But I don't think it is, man. I just don't think it is black people. It's exclusive to black people business when you got conservative black people saying super anti-black shit. But I see what you're saying, especially because a lot of white people do not understand the intricacies of white supremacy. So every time they try to talk about it, they come across, and even myself, I have the tendency to sometimes come across as like out of touch because there are still blind spots that I have because I will never be able to fully understand, obviously, the black experience living in a white supremacist country, living under an international white supremacist attitude towards your existence. It's just never going to be something that I can fully understand. Like, you don't want to tell a black person they don't have a right to like define blackness, but this is clearly bad. How come all the guests on your stream are white? I love when people say this. Bro, you just don't watch every day. It's fine. Like, but why do you have to come in and say that? Because that's not true. Like, it's literally just not true. And you clearly don't watch every day. So either you're being a piece of shit and you assume that like Myth is not black or something. Okay. Who was here twice last week. Or you just wanted to fucking drop that because in a lot of white spaces, it's, you know, that sticks. Chat reinforcing about mentioning one black guy. Anyway. I think a lot of white progressives feel less inclined to call out a black person engaging in anti-black racism. For one, they have to be very delicate in doing it. Like 2 of your major accusations of racism was over you criticizing Candice and then Nicki Minaj over anti-black things. It's true. Yeah. But the difference is I don't give a fuck. That's the difference. I don't care. Because there is truth to what they say. Especially as it pertains to white privilege. Okay? The reality is it's sad and it hurts my feelings, but that's it. At the end of the day, I'm still white. I still have a profound amount of privilege, and motherfuckers are going to still listen to what I have to say. And on that podium that I have, I'm going to try to use that privilege for good. You know what I mean? So I just like, yeah, you can get a lot of likes and shit on Twitter, but it's just, and it'll hurt my feelings. For a duration. But the reality is like, I do sometimes get things wrong, of course. And like I said, especially when I'm talking about black issues, okay, there's going to be things that are lost in translation. There's going to be a lot of historical precedent. Guys, please stop naming all of my non-white guests, please. Like, it doesn't matter. That person didn't actually mention that in good faith, okay? You're just making it so much... You're making it worse. Because that's always a losing argument. It's always a losing argument to be like, look at all the non-white people I've had. Yes, the majority of the guests I have are actually non-white, but it doesn't matter. And every time you do that, you also come across like you're doing the I have a black friend defense. It doesn't matter. Being valid in the black community, okay, is more vibes than anything else. You're not gonna fucking write a dissertation about why I'm valid. If it's not happening, if Black Twitter doesn't see it as such, then it's not going to happen. It doesn't matter. Stop trying to defend it. Shut the fuck up saying Hasan is not valid. I'm 100% valid. Fuck you, nice bathroom. How dare you? I'm unmodding you. Karen Atia says, a lesson in how power, race, and capitalism intersect. Ye was dropped relatively quickly by brands and platforms for his anti-Semitic comments, and rightfully so. Powerful white people who traffic in anti-Semitism and anti-blackness gain more power. Tucker Carlson, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I wrote about this earlier in the year when Spotify stood by Joe Rogan's after repeatedly saying the N-word on his podcast. White men have long built cultural, political, and media empires off anti-blackness and the dehumanization of others. Black folks have been speaking out against Kanye for years, but to no avail. For all the fuss about the woke mobs and cancel culture, this whole episode makes clear that black people do not have the structural power to cancel public figures who traffic in anti-blackness. This is literally true. This is also exactly what I was saying as well. with respect to like Black Twitter, taking something I said about Nicki Minaj and like running with it to say I'm fucking racist, but ultimately it's true. Like, yeah, at the very most, it just like hurts my feelings personally, as I get targeted by white supremacists for my anti-racist advocacy over the course of the past 10 years. You know what I mean? But, it doesn't matter. I don't know why people are pretending that Black Twitter has been silent on Ye. Yeah, no. People have been fucking shitting on Kanye West for anti-blackness for some time now. But ultimately, it doesn't matter because a lot of people are anti-black. Society is built on the foundations of anti-blackness. And therefore, people don't really care about it for two components. One being Kanye being black himself. And two, a lot of people being a lot of people having a similar resentment, whether overtly or covertly, against black people. Hasan, my friend said you used to promote normalizing white people using the N-word. Not heard it before. Is it bullshit? Wait, what? No. No, dude. You have to understand. People lie all the time on the internet, okay? And then your friends will hear those. What? No, man. That's crazy. That's wild. I've definitely been an advocate to normalize other slurs, like the C word. New anti-Semitic drama alert in 15 minutes. Retweet if a Nazi. Now that everyone's concerned about anti-Semitism, I'd like to remind everyone that Keemstar told his audience to tweet at me, "Death to all Jews." This is the person that started the outrage machine about my apparent anti-Semitism towards Ben Shapiro. This video is still up on his channel, in which he calls me a greedy Jew.
Greedy Jew stealing my ads.
A friend of mine told you were a Trump supporter, but that was probably just Hank. I am a Trump supporter. I support that man. I love that man, dude. He's too hot. He's too sexy. There's nothing that brings me more joy than being genuine on the internet because people are so used to people being awful. It gives them a little boost for the day. Yeah. Do you believe that anti-Semitism is rooted in anti-blackness? A lot of libs have been making this about blacks versus Jews, but it seems like a distraction from white supremacists. There is the idea that this would be about black people against Jewish people is exactly what those in positions of power would want. Okay, this is a wonderful moment for capital owners. You know, it's just another way to do anti-blackness. By the way, that's just it. I don't think that that's like a super serious thing at this moment, though. I don't think that like a lot of people are doing that. So was there anti-blackness in Turkey? I moved to Europe a year ago. There are not that many black people in Turkey. Turkey did not participate in chattel slavery. The Ottoman Empire enslaved indiscriminately, but a lot of white people. Not under chattel slavery anyway. It was a different type of slavery. So there are not a lot of Afro-Turks. There are some, and there are a lot of immigrants that have come into Turkey, but it doesn't have the same kind of like white supremacist foundation. So it's more so like people being fascinated. You know what I mean? It's like when you go, it's like if you go to a place where there's just no black people, you know, like black people will talk about their experiences in places like China, even though there is anti-blackness in China. Do not misunderstand me. But if you go to like a fucking Chinese, rural farming town as a black person, they're going to come up to you and go, what the fuck? Oh my God, you look so different. You look so weird. And it comes less from a place of like understand and learned white supremacist racism and more that like, holy shit, I've never seen a black person before. And the same goes for Turkey as well. They'll just be like, holy fuck, you're a black person. You must be an athlete or a superstar. You know? It's basically chat seeing a woman or you seeing an above average white woman. Bro, what is going on today? What's going on today, nice bathroom? You're coming at me with a lot of resentment, okay? A lot. What's happening? Is it because I called you out? Is it because I called you out multiple times? Don't make me call you out again, okay? New Casey Neistat video on Kanye. What? Kanye, you broke my heart? What the fuck? Okay. All right, let's they're this is the
thank you so much for that.
Final
Appreciate it.
This is not the end of the Kanye West anti-Semitism arc. Like, let's be real, that's going to probably continue. If anything, he is going to become even more unhinged because now he's like, look, I was right. I said what I said about the Jews and now the Jewish media is destroying me or whatever the fuck. Not recognizing that, like, you know, he is the reason why he is his legacy is being tarnished because he's too much of a narcissist to recognize that, like, he could ever do something wrong. But also, now that Kanye West has, now that Adidas has cut ties with Kanye West, he is no longer a billionaire. I'm sure that they will, you know, I'm sure that this will fucking, this will definitely upset him, given all we've seen so far. I just wish that he could, like, I just want him to get help at this point and not be fucking devastatingly anti-Semitic all the fucking time. You know what I mean? Just like I want you to not see the ads at the top of the hour, even though I serve them to you. At the top of the hour, there's a 6-second ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe, right? You can do that for $5. You can do that for free with a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account where you get one free Prime subscription a month. You can also get gifted a sub like Milo TICM2, which just gifted 5 subs, allowing 5 people to no longer see the ads. Here's the 1-minute ad break. Now, by the way, Gomo Mo Hoppy donated $50 that joined Twitch literally a couple weeks ago, and you're really cool to listen while I work in the background. I've heard that before, but thank you. A lot of dollars. Tiny Type Horror Show, thank you for the 10 gifted, allowing 10 people to no longer see the ads. All right, let's continue.
Oh, Lord.
Reading donos, the sun rose from the west. I read the dono because it was a fucking $50 dono. And I feel bad not reading a $50 dono. Plus, it was nice. It wasn't a fucking weird, like, essay about himself. You know what I mean? So, rapper come fashion? What? What the fuck? The rapper come fashion? What are they saying? Like his hoodies look like they got cum on them? Larry at Darling, thank you for the 5-2-1 gifted subs. Candice Owens going to do a documentary on Kanye falling off next. Yeah, and in the documentary, she's going to be like, wait, what the fuck? Why did my audience jump up by 9K viewers all of a sudden? Am I crazy? What is happening? Did I get raided? Nope, never mind. It dropped back. Okay. Because you mentioned cum. Wait, it's back up again? Now it's 36K? What the fuck's happening? Come. I'm trying. Back down again. Come. Come. Oh my God, it went up again. To 32. What the fuck? I'm just going to say come over and over again. It's the cum meta. It's a secret. That's what Fextra Life has been doing. We all thought that Fextra Life was putting up a fucking like a uncancelable fucking tab on their website to drive traffic to make it seem like dead views are on their, you know, on their fucking platform, on their like Twitch. We all thought the Fextra Life was using embeds, but they're using cum bots. Cum. Okay, well, Ye said I can just be anti-Semitic and Adidas won't drop me. And Adidas was like, nope, we will drop you actually. And now we did. Without Adidas, Ye is worth $400 million, broke boy. The remainder of Ye's fortune, Forbes estimated, comes from real estate, cash, his music catalog, and 5% stake in his ex-wife Kim Kardashian's shapewear firm Skims. A source close to Skims told Forbes Ye hasn't been involved in the brand since its 2019 launch. Removing Ye from the billionaires list caps off a years-long saga between the rapper and Forbes. Ye always felt that his net worth was undervalued. When he first made the list in 2020 with an estimated $1 billion fortune, Ye wasn't happy. It's not $1 billion, he texted us at the time. It's $3.3 billion, since no one at Forbes knows how to count. This pattern continued every year, with Ye continuing to complain about our numbers. For this year's valuation, Ye sent documents claiming his Adidas partnership alone was worth $4.3 million. When Ye learned he would clock it in at $2 billion overall, his unhappiness with Forbes leaked to the tabloids. Losing Adidas was the final nail in Ye's net worth coffin. Gap terminated his Yeezy partnership in September. Earlier this month, JP Morgan reportedly unbanked Ye. French fashion house Balenciaga nixed their relationship with Ye on October 21st, just weeks after he walked their runway at Paris Fashion Week. Just yesterday, production company MRC said it would not air a complete documentary on Ye, and talent agency CAA, where Ye was signed, dumped him. The two had been in partnership since 2013, when news of their Yeezy collaborations was announced. In the decade since, Ye's ridden wave after wave of conflict with Taylor Swift, his former recording home Universal Music Group, and more recently on social media against Kardashian and her boyfriend at the time, SNL alum Pete Davidson. So here's what I will say about cancel culture, because I know that this is like, if this was 2014, motherfuckers would be cutting so many videos about how like Ye is just saying unspeakable truths about the Jews and cancel culture is coming for him because Jews control the media or whatever. That isn't happening as frequently. It's still happening, but not as frequently as it once would, right? Because Trump became president, you know, the Charlottesville Unite the Right rally happened, and then everyone got to see what these motherfuckers look like. And then afterwards, people were like, okay, maybe we should cut it with the anti-Semitism stuff. And a lot of these people were forced a lot of these people got owned on the platforms. They got deplatformed, a lot of the leaders. And, you know, some people grew out of it naturally, grew out of their little Nazi phase. Others
Love you,
were
Hasan
forced
Hassel.
to go back into hiding once again. So Kanye West, on the other hand, is a little bit behind on the trends here. Okay, he's a little bit behind on the trends, and he is like having his alt-right radicalization phase right now. But of course, as far as cancel culture goes and whatnot, okay, anyone who says even like a third of what Kanye West has said about any marginalized group is going to get fired from their job. You can't work at Jiffy Lube and say shit like this, okay? If you say shit like this at Jiffy Lube, unless your manager is also a fucking Nazi, you're getting fired. Okay? It's crazy. Like, it's crazy how much allowance we give public figures. And it's usually advocated for by everyday Joes, okay? Like, literally, average Joes that have a job that they have to go to where they get dicked down by their fucking managers on a daily goddamn basis will turn around and be like, cancel culture is real, brother. Dog, you would not be able to say any of this shit. The only reason why there was even a conversation around like whether Kanye deserves the platform or whatever is because he's Kanye West. Famous people, wealthy people, powerful people get a lot of allowance to fuck up that average Joes do not get, okay? So shut the fuck up about cancel culture if you're working a 9 to 5, okay? It's already real for you. You can't even wear whatever the fuck you want without being fired, and you're over here talking about cancel culture for billionaires. What the fuck's wrong with you? Dummy. Billionaires, millionaires, famous people, wealthy people live on an entirely different plane of existence, okay? Stop.
Thank you for the stream's hassle.
The only group that has not canceled yet in this trying time has been the House Judiciary GOP. And the thing is, and I've talked about this a lot, people are pretty much uncancelable unless they say things that are like so overtly ridiculous that their allies stop, supporting them. Okay? But even after all of that, there is one thing Kanye West could do. Okay? Ye could just shut the fuck up about Jewish people, never go on another podcast for the rest of his life, and just put out bangers. If he did that, then people would support him. That is just the truth. Okay? Straight up. That's how this works. Okay? If you keep performing and if you keep doing what people originally loved you for, they will forgive you. I don't think he's going to do that, though. And I don't think his music is as good as it once was, enough to, what a both sides ass take. Wait, no, that's not a both sides ass take. That's just the reality, man. No, I'm not saying it's a good thing, you fucking weirdo. I'm stating that that is the reality. Okay? There is no both sidesing on this. Oh, you're talking about Jesse Kelly. Okay, my bad. I wasn't even reading this tweet. I'm talking about what will happen.
Yeah.
Kanye looked like a loon bashing away at Jews like that. Jewish people piling on him and demanding his financial destruction in the wake of it look equally terrible. Yeah, totally, dude. As someone without a dog in that fight, you both look cringe and nasty. Yeah.
Thank you for the content.
Yeah, Jesse, thanks. Thanks for the fucking incredible tweet here. Yeah. No, you're equally cringe when you say, Jews control the media, and also when you say, hey, that's kind of fucked up. You shouldn't say that. But if you're going to keep saying that, maybe you shouldn't have a platform. Equally cringe things. How do you just say you don't have a dog in the fight when it comes to anti-Semitism? That's another moron who's great at tailoring some of the worst takes on any issue. No, I mean, he's just a straight up fascist. He's too stupid to hide it.
Illy Hossie, thank you for everything.
Kanye dick riders are saying Kanye can't be canceled. No way. Bro, you are a Kanye dick rider. These Malders,
a lot of months.
These
Happy to be
Malders,
here,
I don't
not
want to
yelled
fucking
at
call
once.
them out, but I'm gonna show you what has happened to these Malders over the course of the past couple of months. Okay, these Malders was like one of those people who was a big fan of Kanye. Okay, and has
I definitely have brain
and
rot
has
at
like
HasanAbi.
since for the past, I would say like for the for the past month or so, he went from like unironically and unconditionally supporting Kanye West to being like, okay, yeah, he's kind of fucked up. It is a wild ride. He went from like, dude, you should do. He went from here. I gotta. He tweets a lot, or he posts a lot. But he went from basically being like, yo, you should collab with Ye. Come on. There are a lot of Ye fans in your community that want to see Haas Ye collabs. To like, okay, never mind. Never mind. You shouldn't do that. The Easy Gap guy and these Malders have had a couple of bad weeks. Yeah.
I can't believe it's been 48 months already.
What is this? Nah, it's over. What the fuck was this? What is this tweet? You're so fucking
Hey,
stupid.
Hasan, it's Lil Chris. It was cool seeing you at TwitchCon Pog.
Oh, here. This is when the turn happens. Hasan, I'm sorry. I realize you didn't betray Hasye, but rather Kanye betrayed Hasye. He shouldn't have done this. Kanye fucked Hasye up. How am I able to cope with Kanye betraying Hasye, Hasan? Hasye is fucked. This is where the turn starts happening. Oh, that's pretty funny. No. Hasan collabing with Kanye West today on stream. Pagu. Hasan should collab with Kai Cenat, Jitty, and Kanye West and Ice Spice. This is 1984? Hasye. No, Hasan, stop. Ain't no way. All right, let's see what the Kanye dick riders are saying. They'll never be able to cancel Kanye West, and they better get used to it. At what point do like Donda Times and like Kanye stands just start posting 1488s? Like, well, they have already, but some of them have. But I think the ones that are posting 1488s were already like kind of right wing anyway. They were already like, you know, Nazis themselves. But now I feel like the rest of them are just going to be like, yeah, no, it was the Jewish media that canceled them or some shit.
Brain rot.
Bro, they literally think he's God, I think. They think he's Jesus. I mean, he said no dog in the fight, dude. That's a crazy thing to say about like someone being like Jews control the media. And you're like, I don't have a dog in this fight.
Hassle.
Like, someone went 1938 and 1938 Germany on motherfuckers, and you're just sitting there going, I don't have a dog in this fight. Okay, well, we're in 2022. You didn't have to say that. You know that, right? Like, we are living in a post-World War II world. We know what this is. It's like the easiest thing you could say is just like, yeah, this is really anti-Semitic and it really fucked up.
Pepe La.
In hindsight, please see that Chatter's okay buddy post. How Hasan betrayed the Hassier community. Replace Spider-Man sad videos audio with something else because it's copyrighted.
Piker. He is a well-known Twitch streamer with over 2.2 million followers on Twitch. He is known for saying cracker and also saying America deserved 9/11s. He is well known in the
9/11s.
This is Kanye West. Kanye West is famous for the 2009 VMA incident in which he grabbed the mic from Taylor Swift. He also released the best album song of all time and likes to start drama with people. But what you may not realize is that he's a big fan of the Twitch streamer. Kanye and Hasan have met a lot. They post together, they hang out together, they stream together, and more. The two are so popular that there's a community called the HasanAbi community. So when Kanye did an interview with the American Broadcasting Company, Hasan was supposed to react to it, but this is what he did instead. Warning, this next part will shock you.
Controversial. All right, we got another Button episode. Folks, the Button is back. Kanye West full interviews out there, but I'm probably going to skip it because, you know, kind of boring.
But what Hasan didn't know was that Kanye was speaking positively about Hasan, saying he's charming and funny, and that Hasan helped him. Here's the clip that Hasan didn't want to see.
So I heard you like this guy named HasanAbi. Tell me, why do you like him?
HasanAbi helped me and made me think the truth about the world.
Oh no, bro. This video is not good. Oh, in hindsight, brother, you made this video. But in hindsight, this is real bad. Also, this shit sounds like a David Lynch production right here. Kanye sounds like he's in the what's the Red Room or whatever.
He's
Twin Peaks.
Funny. How we call him again on stream.
The HasanAbi community did not like what Hasan did. They felt that Hasan betrayed the HasanAbi community. They even made this image about Hasan, calling him a betrayer. Now, how did Hasan react to this? Let's find out.
The Velvet Room? It was exactly
Topic,
like you, but you didn't
please
listen.
be
You didn't
careful
listen to
about
Kanye's.
how you talk
Wait,
about your body.
that's him,
It
by
has
the
a
way.
negative
That's the
influence
chatter.
on people who watch who also
How
have body
dare you?
dysmorphia when you shit on
Kanye
your
is
own
good.
photos.
Kanye is the GOAT. He was exactly like you, but you didn't listen. You didn't listen to Kanye's interview. The Hassier community is disappointed and felt betrayed by you. Off topic, but please be careful about how you talk about your body. It has a negative influence on people who who also have body dysphoria. When you shit on your old dysmorphia, when you shit on your old photos. Wait, what? I mean, what the fuck? You already admitted that I have it. So what the fuck do you want? Shut up. It was exactly like you, but you didn't listen. You didn't listen to Kanye's interview. The Hassier community is disappointed and felt betrayed by you. How dare you? Kanye is good. Kanye is the GOAT. He was exactly like you, but you didn't listen.
Stimulus package.
Let me be clear.
That's what I do.
My fellow Americans. Boom.
You want to see my renegade?
Yes, I have keep man. They refuse the pictures, please.
Kanye does not deserve this kind of behavior by Hasan. Put the betrayer Pef to have justice for Kanye West. And have your username as #justice for Kanye.
Cap cut. I love this dude. It's true. You and EA go way back. Yeah, I was there. That was a great OK Buddy post, by the way.
5
These
months
Malders.
of
I'm
brain
sorry I
rot.
didn't
Let's
watch
go
that.
chat.
All right. Let's see what Casey Neistat had to say.
I miss the old Kanye, the straight from the go Kanye, the chop up the soul Kanye, the set on his goals Kanye. I hate.
Okay, dude, this video is gonna have the opposite effect. Okay,
Transgender pride has.
this video is going to have the opposite effect. Okay. Okay, now I'm realizing maybe we, us white people, we need to get together. Okay, we need to get to the Council of Whites and just never talk about Kanye West ever again. I think. Like a. This video is going to have the opposite effect.
Island in Scotland.
I hate this new Kanye, the bad mood Kanye, the old system.
I'm
a little video about how much I love New York City. But I open up Twitter and every other tweet is about Adidas dropping Kanye. I open up Instagram and every post is someone saying, I stand with my Jewish friends. So when I'm on my run this morning, my dark, cold, rainy run, my time. It's a time of the day when
I know it's a parody of Kanye's song. What the fuck are you talking about? I know. That makes it cringe. That is what makes it cringe.
I'm thinking, I'm incubating ideas. It's when I come up with all of my thoughts that I then try to form and patty into videos. I have this block. And I have this block because all I can think about is the hatred that this guy is spewing, the damage that it's causing. I fixate on the fact that here we are in 2022, and by all quantifiable metrics, anti-Semitism, that is the hostility towards all Jewish people, is on the rise. And Kanye West, one of the biggest stars on the planet, is doing his part to fan the flames of hatred towards an entire group of people. Okay, look, this is me. This is me here this is me on my wedding day. This is my nice Jewish bride. This is me. And this little pink funny little hat right here, that is called a kippah.
25 months, Peepo Pog, wow.
Here is a picture of my younger brother, U.S. Air Force Captain Dean Neistat, now retired. This is him flying his jet. This is Dean here, judging by his Kevlar and the fact that he has a gun. This is probably in Afghanistan. This is another picture of Dean. Again, he's armed here, so he's probably somewhere downrange. And then here's a picture of Dean, my little brother. He's in Kabul right there. Welcome to Kabul. Now, why does a Jewish guy like me wear a kippah at my wedding? Why does a Jewish guy like my little brother wear one even when he's at war? The truth is, I don't know. I had actually looked that up on Wikipedia. It has something to do with like honoring God by having something between you and God. I don't know. The reason why I don't know, I'm not religious. I only went to shul. Shul is what you call Jewish church. I only went to shul when I was a kid, like once a year with my nana because I wanted to skip school and it was a great excuse. But none of that makes me any less Jewish. And that's because Judaism is an ethno-religion. And what that means is, for most Jewish people, you're born Jewish. And you don't get to choose whether you're Jewish any more than a black person chooses whether they're black. And while my feelings about religion are undefined, I'm immensely proud of my Jewish background and heritage. So for Ye to spew that kind of hatred, it doesn't matter if it's anti-Semitism or old-fashioned racism, like the time he said slavery was a choice, or when he said Harriet Tubman.
Okay, shit on Casey all you want, because he's like kind of cringe, but like out of all of the like white liberals who have talked about Kanye West, this is one of the first instances where I've seen one of them at least bring up that Kanye West is also saying anti-black shit.
Never actually freed the slaves. He said those things. He said those things with a camera in his face. Or whatever other like white supremacist garbage he was going on and on about in these interviews that are now going viral all over the internet. It's all the same. It's all hate speech. And what that kind of hate speech does, when communicated by someone of his stature, with his bully pulpit, it tells other people of compromised integrity,
It's Tuesday, bruv.
not people like you or me, people who are harboring prejudiceness of their own. It gives them permission to also get out there and spread hate. That's why it's called the dog whistle, is because to good people like us, I hear ignorance, I hear stupidity, I hear hate by a guy who has mental health issues. But to others, those dangerous, hateful people in the margins, what they hear is something very different. To them, it's permission
He's right about
get
that.
out there and throw a banner over the 405 freeway in Los Angeles that says Kanye is right, while they stand on the bridge next to it, giving the Hail Hitler salute to everyone driving by. That literally happened yesterday in LA. Now, let me tell you why this hurts so much, why this hurts me so much. Kanye was great. Kanye was great. Now, I don't know Kanye. I don't know him currently or ever. But I did meet the guy on a couple of occasions. So like 2002, maybe 2003, way back when. This is before his first album, College Dropout, came out. And I want to say, this is before Jesus Walks, which I think was his first single. This is before that came out. This girl I knew invited me to go to the Hammerstein Ballroom here in New York City. She had these backstage passes because she was working with like one of the artists performing or something. So we go, and like, okay, early 2000s. Hip hop then, rap then was still pretty hardcore. It was like gangster stuff. If you were a rapper, you were tough. And I'm like this white kid
I'll be
backstage.
back in a second, hold on.
And then in walks this like mild-mannered guy. And I remember, it was Kanye. I remember he had on a polo shirt, and it was like a pastel green or a pink or something. And he had on a backpack. Like, I remember that. And we hung around backstage. He was cool. We didn't have much, whatever, he's cool. And then the whole group of us, like Kanye and his entourage, which I was sort of a part of for weird circumstantial reasons, we all walked to the stage. Kanye led us out of that room, and he was the first to open the door. This I remember. First opened the door, and he stood there holding the door open for all of us to walk past. And like, I was like the last, or one of the last people to walk by him, and I remember being like, thanks, dude, and like walked by the guy. Okay, we go on stage, I go on stage. Kanye starts performing. He's doing his thing. All of his like, the girls, the guys, the people around him, they're all like getting into it. They're all in the rhythm. Kanye's there, and he's just like, you know, Kanye's doing Kanye. And he's up there just like letting the audience have it. I'm the only white guy on that stage. And I don't know how to dance. I don't know how to dance ever. And I'm like, I just remember like, I'm on the stage and the audience can definitely see me. They can positively, and like, I'm just trying to like find the rhythm and dance, and like this is kind of how I dance. I don't really know how to dance. And I remember it was like really embarrassing and weird, but I was psyched to be on the stage with this guy because he just seemed so cool and so confident. It was embarrassing and amazing all at once. That was the first time I met Kanye. I still don't know how to dance, by the way. Okay, a decade later, by now Kanye has become Kanye. And I'm at like this dinner party. It was for this artist friend of mine. Tom had like an after party for his art show.
Did I just
Kanye
miss
So
did I miss him hitting the Lud?
Kanye, let me tell you a story. And I tell him, and like, I'm just trying to like find the rhythm and dance, and like this is kind of how I dance. I don't really know how to dance. And I remember it was like really embarrassing and weird, but I was psyched to be on the stage with this guy because he just seemed so cool and so confident.
It's a form of the Lud.
Amazing.
He hit the Lud a little bit.
The first time I met Kanye. I still don't know how to dance, by the way. Okay, a decade later, by now Kanye has become Kanye. And I'm at like this dinner party. It was for this artist friend of mine. Tom had like an after party for his art show. Kanye was there. So I go over to him and I'm like, yo, Kanye, let me tell you a story. And I tell him the story I just told you. And he's like, oh, I remember that. And there's no fucking way he remembers that. But he was kind and he said, I remember that. And I'm like, Kanye, what are you up to now? Hey, good to see you. What are you up to? And he's like, oh, I'm on tour with my group. You should come see us. His group, by the way, was him and Jay-Z on the Watch the Throne tour. And he did, like, he followed through. He, like, sent me tickets. I went and saw him the next night. It was great. Anyway, I'm like, cool, you're on tour. What else are you up to? And he's like, well, I'm getting into fashion. I'm like, tell me more, tell me more. And he just starts going off
sounds like Ben
about
Foster.
his ideas for fashion. And wants to start designing clothes, and he just keeps rattling off what he wants to do, and he's like getting really excited about it. He loses me completely. I have no idea what this guy's talking about, but the passion. And he's just going, and like, I know the look I must have been giving him in that moment must have been like the look that Candice, my wife, gives me when I start telling her an idea for a video. It's like an idea that made perfect sense in his head, total sense in his head, in his brain. But to me, it was like utter nonsense. Look, I'll show you. I got a picture. Look, this was us. Look at how happy he is. You ever seen such a happy Kanye? He was psyched because I'm like, tell me about your fashion plans. We're homies. And then he did it. He did it all. All those ideas he told me he did.
He's posting pics for proof.
Kanye is one of those rare few where he was an artist first. Some musicians are just musicians. Some musicians are like businessmen. Others are performers. And it's like YouTubers. Like some YouTubers are cinematographers or photographers. Some YouTubers are influencers or personalities. Some, very few, are artists. And Kanye was an artist. He made art, whether it was fashion or music. It was made without a consideration of what his peers were doing. He wasn't trying to fit in or follow some path defined by others who had already found success in the same space. He defined his own path. Okay, that documentary on HBO called Genius, first episode, there's this scene in that documentary. And in that scene, Kanye West he has a contract then with Rockefeller Records, but they're not following through. They're kind of screwing him over. And he busts into Rockefeller Records offices, like goes in there, and his intention is to show whoever will hear him, he wants to play his new single. So he's playing All Falls Down for this woman. Watch. Look at that. She doesn't know how to react, so she's laughing. And look at that look. He knows she didn't care. She didn't like it. She did not approve. He knows that. Now, I don't know what was going on. Obviously, I don't know what was going on in that room. I don't know what that woman was thinking, but what it looks like is she didn't know how to react. Here's this guy, he's got a new sound. Hip hop then meant one thing, and this did not fall into that norm. So of course she didn't know how to react. His art was unprecedented, but he knew. He knew it was good, and he didn't care if you didn't like it or not, because not liking it didn't make him wrong. It just showed that they couldn't see what he could see. And that is what made him time and time again, not just a musician, not just a designer, but an artist. That song, by the way, went on to be his first top 10 solo track, and it was nominated for a Grammy. He had the vision, and he was right, even though he was literally laughed out of that office. But that's why this all hurts so much, because that journey, that art is so rare. It's generational. It has the power to inspire an entire generation. It tells a generation that you can if you believe you can. And look, Kanye didn't invent hate speech. He didn't invent anti-Semitism. It's been around long before him, and it will be around long after him. But why this breaks my heart is because as an artist or someone who has dreams of being an artist, I can't imagine accomplishing what he accomplished, using nothing but your art and your own brilliance to become one of the most celebrated creative forces on the planet. And to do that at a time when the planet is more fractured than ever. And then to stand on this stage that's taller than most could ever dream of, and then use that platform to divide instead of unite, to promote hate instead of promote love, to just vomit negativity instead of sharing something positive. That I just don't get. That I'll never get.
Okay, I mean, yeah, it's just his own personal experience as a Kanye stan. That's it. I thought that there was going to be more about it, but like, everybody calm down. Like, it's fine. You know, Casey Neistat at a certain point was like a massive cultural influence on YouTube. You guys might not be familiar with it. It's fine. It's not like, you know, everyone is just like so vibes based in the way that they fucking operate. But that level of influence and prominence is what makes his recent anti-Semitic fall from grace all that worse, because he still has a lot of motherfuckers who love him, who have never met a Jewish person, who maybe even have like anti-Semitic parents or have anti-Semitic thoughts themselves, who now feel validated in that anti-Semitic attitude and will turn around and repeat that shit. And that will, you know, increase the forces of weird Nazi, fascist, neo-Nazi ranks. So it's not good. It's not good at all.
Hope you're doing well, Has.
I did see the anti-Semites holding that sign. Okay, what was this? This is the second update.
Waiting for
and then from this point, we're going to move on. We're going to move away from Kanye West.
Hasan Piker, well-known Twitch streamer, officially betrayed the Hazy community. Warning. The next part is devastating. Please watch with caution.
This is the one guy who is always like, he's a big fan of Kanye and a big fan of me, and he's constantly making it seem like we have this like parallel community, you know what I mean? I'm assuming it's the same guy who does the Yeezy season, HasanAbi for Yeezy season guy on Twitter. Anyway, he's so upset. He's like, you betrayed the Kanye lovers in your community by not watching it. Like, he just never stops tweeting about it. Anyway,
Kanye West has collabed with Hasan Piker in the past. He hanged out with Hyman, our friends. The community is so famous that there's a community about them called Hazy. So when a Hazy fan tried to tell Hasan to react to the interview, Hasan called it boring. Hasan also ignored the same Hazy fan that sent him the interview.iso when the Hazy fan made a vid about how Hasan betrayed the Hazy community. Hasan tried to call out the Hazy community altogether. Here is Kanye's reaction to what Hasan said about the Hazy community.
So Hasan called the Hazy community boring. How do you feel about that?
Oh, damn. Jimmy Kimmel's Aussie? That's crazy.
Hassle.
Hasan Piker, you should apologize to me and the Hazy community. Look what you done to us. You betrayed us. You destroyed us.
Other celebrities have reacted to the Hazy drama. Hear what some of them have to say.
Hasan Piker should apologize for being rude to Kenny and the Hazy community.
Hasan Piker, what is wrong with you? Not that the Hazy community. Apologize right now, or I'll call you a cracker.
Oh no!
The Hazy community in Hascord was mad too. Kanye deserves justice and hasn't out apologize. Use the hashtag JusticeAfricany on Twitter.
Where are all the Kanye dick muncher? Hasan is ignoring the Hazy community. You once again ignore the Hazy community by not showing how you betrayed the Hazy community. So disappointed in you, Hasan. So what happened, dude? Where are you guys at now? Where are y'all at now? All right, let's move on from this Kanye dick muncher. Let's move on from this to Candice Owens. Candice Owens is still popping off about all this other shit.
That's the idea, right? I thought it was actually the Nazis that were into experimentation. Pretty sure Hitler had a lot of experiments that were taking place. He experimented on twins. He experimented on children. So no, you are not on the right side of this issue.
By the way, Candice Owens should probably just stop talking about Hitler in general, considering that, like, her earlier takes are still, out there about her saying things like Hitler just wanted to make Germany great. You know what I mean? And also on top of that, like, Nazis were insanely transphobic. I mean, they were phobic on everything, but like, they were also particularly and especially transphobic. Those famous book burning photos that you've seen, and I did not know this originally as well. I found out about this a couple of years back, but like the original photos of the book burnings that everyone always uses, they were literally burning trans medical documents, like documentation about medicine that pertains to trans people. They were burning trans books, unironically, just like the fucking conservatives do today, while they simultaneously act like Nazis were pro-trans or something. It's so weird. It was trans and queer research from Magnus Hirschfield's Institute. Yeah. May 1931 was the first Institute of Sexology book burning, first trans medical journals and studies all. Yeah. So you can try and make it seem as though, the real Nazis are the trans people or something. But like, the reality is that no, they were very deeply, deeply anti-trans, anti-gay. They were the same. They were the same as you, Candice. They were doing that.
In fact, I would never, ever want somebody recording me supporting that. Radically supporting gender mutilation, gender reassignment surgery by another name. It is a stunning rebuke of our society that people don't recognize this as wrong. It's incredible that people can become such ideologues that they are committed to this as if it's a cult. And
I hate that it's like people so willingly just fucking lie about a well-documented part of history. Like, whenever transphobic dumbasses will fucking act like, Nazis are, the real Nazis now are the trans people or some shit, it's like, what do you mean? Like, they were fucking very openly anti-trans. Like, what the fuck?
It's a religion, right? They wake up every day and they say, I have to get down to
He's
the
wearing a
state
mocap
capitol
suit.
and I need to stand up to this man who's essentially saying what Matt Walsh is saying is allow children to grow up, right? Allow children to become adults. Or an adult, if you want to mutilate your own body, it's not really my business, right? It really is my business. But the idea that we should be seeding children with the notion that is a lie, by the way. It is a lie to tell a child that they can pick their gender. It is a lie to make a man believe that if he gets breast implants, he's suddenly a woman, right? Despite the fact that we know that it is a lie, from the top to the bottom of our society and our culture, we are perpetuating this lie to the detriment of young children.
No one sexualized children more than conservatives? Yeah. Transphobes don't know HRT makes you grow boobs. Yeah, they literally think you're just getting breast implants or something. I don't know how to describe it to them, though, honestly. Okay. A rebel disrupted The View today, interrupting climate-denying guest Ted Cruz.
The false equivalencies JFC.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on a moment.
HasanAbi.